short tutorial on how to make a wall that disappears when you get close to it. So firstly, we're going to want to get ourselves a plane and set this to have no collision, and then we're just going to want to move this to this gap here. You can really do this at any point in your level. And then we're going to want to get a material. I'm just going to call this fake wall, and then we're going to create a material instance, and we pop the material instance in here. You can go to the fake wall. First thing we're going to want to do is get a texture sample so we can actually see something on our texture. So I'm just going to use bricks and just going to use the old ones. And then we need to set this to translucent. So this is so that we can see through it, and we can see through it at a variable amount. And the next we're going to do the basic generic code for this thing appears when you get close to it. So we're going to get a pixel depth, and then we're going to subtract from it, and we're going to create a new parameter, scalar parameter, so sclick, and we'll just call this distance, and we'll set the default value to 1000 and put that in. Then we're going to divide, and we'll set the default value here to 500, and we're just going to call this speed. This is the default generic code to do this. However, we also want to add a bit of texture. So we're going to pull out a multiply and also a clamp. As this clamp goes into opacity, and this is all set. Then out of the multiply, we're going to want to pull another clamp, I believe. However, this one needs to be at 0.25 and 0.75. And into that, we're going to put on a lerp. So we're going to be shifting towards two different textures. So you can use any kind of noise or cloud texture you want. I'm just going to use the engine's default one. And you're going to want to pull this in, copy it twice, and then get texture chords. It doesn't matter if you're using really whatever numbers here. I'm just using twice as much, and you can use a different texture. It's really up to you and what you think looks best. And then into here, you're going to put a cosine and set the period to 8. Then you're going to get a time. And that should lead to what you can see it right here. Going in and out, it fades in and out. Now, I've tested this and found the kind of the best values, I think. So we get 200 and then 50. So if we play, we can see that it just disappears just as we get close, and it's not two-sided, so you can't see it from the other side.